Knoxville, Tennessee market update for the month of December. What's going on with the real estate here in our area? I'm about to give you the breakdown. First off, we see that the average home price in Knoxville increased by 3.5%, going from $419,000 to $434,000. For some people, this might be surprising as we are entering a slowing economy, as spending is going down, as there is an expectation in some people's mind that there's going to be a housing price crash. In Knoxville, it is a little different, and what we'll see that'll go into more on that is the median home price has stayed flat, going from $334,000 to $335,000. So what does this mean? We did see a little bit of a rise, but typically when we want to take into account the affordability of an area, we are going to look at the median home price. So in Knoxville, it's at $335,000. That's up just $1,000 from last month. Now, this is more important to look at when you're considering buying the area than the average, as that can be skewed as more and more people are moving here, typically from out of state, where they're selling their homes for larger amounts of money and are able to come here and spend that money on a nice home, which is bumping up the average. So things to keep in mind, that we still saw an increase, but very slight, and pay attention to the median price when considering buying a home in the area. The number of active listings in the market has actually dropped for the first time in the last 3 months, going from 899 active listings in Knoxville to 852. This isn't a huge number, and it's really not surprising for the month that we are in. We are getting close to the holidays. We are in the holidays. We are in the peak of it, actually. And so typically, on people's radar is not packing up their whole house and moving. Most people have a focus on being with family, getting their house ready for family, and staying put. So this isn't out of the normal to see, but again, right, we are, in some people's minds, expecting that the housing market is just gonna come to a staggering halt or it's gonna slow. I don't see that as a case, and I'll make that point towards the end of the video for the Knoxville area, why I don't think that is happening. The days on market has gone up to a yearly high for the average of 24.6 days on market. So that is an indication that in Knoxville, it is slowing in the sense of buyer demand, and that people are not rushed as they were even 4 or 5 months ago. So that is coming to a slow, and that to me is what I believe is a good reason, again, as I'll explain further towards the end of the video as to why you want to consider, if you are considering moving, to go ahead and get pre-approved and start looking. Current interest rates have seen a drop from the high 6s and even the 7% to the current average of 6.2% for a 30-year fixed loan. Now, we're towards the end of the video, so I'm jumping into why, if you are thinking about buying another house, whether it's your first house, whether you're upgrading, downgrading, whatever the reason may be, why I believe this could possibly be your best opportunity for a long while. So yes, interest rates have dropped down, which is going to help on how much you can get approved for and decrease your payments on those houses you're looking for. You could right now lock in a 90-day rate at 6.2%. Why is this important, and why am I making this point? Well, the Fed has made it clear that their intentions are to continue to raise rates. They have another meeting in December, and then will continue to meet throughout 2023 with the clear expressed intentions that they're going to raise rates to get the economy to a screeching halt. So that is going to crush your affordability when in 2023 it is highly likely that you'll be looking at an average mortgage interest rate between 7 and 8%. That's why I think if you are thinking of making a move in the next 3, 4, even 5 months, getting locked in now is a good idea. What does this mean for Knoxville? Well, the housing market here in Knoxville, I believe if you're on the fence, once again, that you should take the leap. Again, if that's for the near future, if you can afford it, if you can afford the payments, if you can afford the house, this is the best time to lock in those rates. In Knoxville, because all real estate is different, I don't see a major decrease in home prices coming. If anything, a couple percent in decrease for the average and median, which I think will not really help you when the interest rates have gone up quite severely and your payments are higher than what they would be now. That paired with the demand still for Knoxville, Knoxville has one of the highest percentage occupancy rates for rentals, so that's one thing. And then two, we still see a lot of out-of-state families relocating to our area, which will continue to drive demand and continue to drive up prices. All this to say that Knoxville is continuing to move. The real estate market is different all over the place. Knoxville, I do believe, based off what I'm seeing right now, housing prices will continue to slowly climb and interest rates will climb with that, crushing affordability. If you're thinking about making a move, I believe now, once again, is your best opportunity to do that and to lock in the rate for the next couple years. So if you need anything, let me know. Clark Smith, Honeycomb Realty.